CDs galore. That's right. Here they are. Let's start off with back-to-back Rush hits, Moving Pictures, and Signals. The reason why I like both these albums is because they both have a similar sound as the soundtrack to the movie Blade Runner. You know, that you know, that electric keyboard, that typical 1980s sound, you know? Of course, I have a couple of DVDs here. Got Biographies, James Dean, Akira, Dear Eleanor, Panorama Agent. You know, just my favorites. And of course, Gungrave. Finally, I'm on disc 3. Finally, I'm on disc 3 of Gungrave. Really good show. If you're a fan of Boardwalk Empire or any of the HBO original series, The Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, and The Wire, check these episodes out. Alright, back to CDs. Nirvana's breakthrough album, Nevermind, masterpiece, okay? If you're new to music, start off with Nevermind. Immortalized by Disturbed. This one features the song The Sound of Silence, their cover of Simon and Garfunkel's original hit classic. But oh boy, does that song makes me cry. Both versions. This album also contains Immortalized, Open Your Eyes, and What Are You Waiting For? Masterpiece album. I think I'm going to review this one pretty soon. This one I just reviewed, but I still have it because I love it. The Pretty Reckless, Going to Hell. Taylor Momsen, this girl here, she has an incredible voice. Like, once this outbreak is over and she's back on tour, I might see if she's playing at a theater near me, and I can hopefully catch her and listen to her perform in person. The album I first rented when the pandemic first happened. Gus G, Brand New Revolution. I mostly just remember driving around in my car on my free time because of the pandemic, but this album is a masterpiece, a metal masterpiece. Brand New Revolution. Gus G is one of the greatest guitar players alive right now. He's up there with Brian May and legends like, well, Brian May is a legend. Well, he's up there with the other legends like Jimi Hendrix, Mick Mars, Dimebag Darrell, and so many other great guitar players that have lived and those that are still with us. So, if you want to have guitar lessons, Brand New Revolution, Gus G. Metallica's breakthrough album into the global phenomenon, the Black Album by Metallica. Really great album, okay? I know a lot of fans of thrash metal are like, no, they left their thrash metal past, you know, blah, 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 you know. Give this album a chance, okay? Give the album a chance. Just like those who should give Billie Eilish a chance. After watching the documentary about her, The World's a Little Blurry, you know what? I actually like Billie Eilish even more now because this documentary showed us Billie Eilish the person, not Billie Eilish the songwriter, performer, and singer. It really showed us her human side. And that I actually like about the documentary. And speaking of human side, speaking of personal stories, this one's probably the most personal out of all of the albums that I have. Dance with My Father by Luther Vandross. R&B masterpiece. No, music masterpiece. The song Dance with My Father was an autobiography about how hurt Luther was when he lost his father. When you hear this album, you can feel that Luther did everything to make this album a masterpiece. In fact, when this album was released on June 10th, 2003, it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard charts. You know, if it wasn't for the pandemic, I probably wouldn't have discovered Luther Vandross. I listened to a lot of his music during 2020, and I really love Dance with My Father. So I was so relieved when they had this at the library. So I think my next album review will not be Immortalized by Disturbed. It will be Luther Vandross's crowning achievement, Dance with My Father. He was one of the best singers who ever lived. Thank you, Luther Vandross.